Good afternoon, everybody. Let's look at your headlines on this Wednesday afternoon. A big announcement for all you sports fans out there. Plus, an arrest and a warrant issued after that violent disturbance at the Charlie Kirk rally over the weekend. Plus, we're going to tell you about a manhunt for an armed and dangerous suspect. Those stories and more right now on WKRG News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Welcome to WKRG News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. I'm so excited to tell you about a big announcement that was made live during our noon show. We have just learned that professional hockey is making a comeback in Mobile. So just a few moments ago, the mayor, the city council president, other city leaders and business leaders gathered at the convention center to make the announcement that professional hockey is coming to Mobile. It's a couple of years away, though. It will be inside the brand new Mobile Arena. So in October of 2027 is when you can expect to see those games being played at the arena. This is what's really neat. The team doesn't have a name yet, so the public is going to help name the team. And if you want to do that, you can go to mobileprohockey.com. mobileprohockey.com. Of course, we've all been coming up with some suggestions in the newsroom, having lots of fun with that. I think I heard the moon pies, the stingrays. We were trying to come up with something that would be Southern, but we did like the Mystics. Mobile Mystics were here until from 95 to 2002, and that was a fun Mardi Gras name. So if you want to help name the team, you can do that, mobileprohockey.com. All right, everybody, let's get to our other big stories at this hour. Number 5, a lack of rainfall has Alabama forestry officials on alert and ready to deploy anywhere in the region when fires break out. The dry conditions are expected to get worse as we go on through the season. While most of the fires so far this season has been in mid and North Alabama, we are drying out a lot. This week, the Alabama Forestry Commission had 2 small wildfires reported in South Mobile County. So just be careful if you're burning in your backyard. Those small little fires can turn into a big one if you're not careful. Number 4, a Baldwin County city getting a multi-million-dollar environmental grant for a major expansion. The city of Foley receiving $4 million from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration to expand the Graham Creek Nature Preserve. The grant will be used to buy property around the city-owned preserve and expand it. The Graham Creek Nature Preserve is currently 650 acres in size, and the city will look to receive more funding for additional expansions. Number 3, in just under a week, voters in several Gulf Coast cities head back to the polls for runoffs. The city clerk, Lisa Lambert, hosted some election training this week. They don't really do training for a runoff, but she says there was a lot of confusion back in August. A lot of people didn't know where to vote due to redistricting and annexation, and people showed up at the wrong polling locations. So yesterday's polling was focused on what to do with those voters. So, of course, we're keeping an eye on the elections, and we'll have all the coverage you need on WKRG.com, WKRG TV, and the WKRG Plus app on select TVs. Number 2, a manhunt underway in Northwest Florida for a person officials believe is armed and dangerous. The Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office tried to pull over someone driving a stolen vehicle on I-10. That led to a chase. The chase ended with a crash near mile marker 61 around 10 this morning. The driver ran off. The man is believed to be armed. And number 1, one suspect arrested and another wanted for an attack at a local vigil for assassinated podcaster Charlie Kirk. 56-year-old Troy Grow is charged with battery for allegedly pepper spraying someone Sunday night at Graffiti Bridge in Pensacola. Police released some cell phone video right here of that the victim took moments before he was attacked. The victim walked up to the mural of Kirk and spray painted it and was confronted by 2 men. Police identified the other suspect as 49-year-old Larry Hopkins, and police plan to charge Hopkins with battery once they arrest him. And that is a look at our big stories at this hour. Okay, everybody, it's time for our question of the day. And a lot of people have been talking on social media about the death of Robert Redford. Oh, so many people just loved him as an actor and as a director. And so we asked you in our question of the day, what is your favorite Robert Redford movie? Rest in peace. So let's see what you guys had to say. Up Close and Personal. I remember that. That was a really good one, Ursula. I forgot about that one. Horse Whisperer or Unfinished Life. Susan says The Way We Were, 3 Days of the Condor, or I don't know that one, so I'm sorry if I messed that one up. Let's see. There Will Never Be Another Robert Redford. So many to choose from. It's difficult to pick just one. He was a class act. Every one of them, says Linda. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, followed closely by The Way We Were, says Sarah Weeks. So some great reminiscing going on. So many people loved him as an actor. He certainly was a very classy man, and he will be missed. Okay, let's move on to our poll of the day, and we're asking you this. Will you be purchasing the new iPhone? Will you be purchasing the new iPhone? You know, Apple upgraded to iOS 26 this week, and so Apple has unveiled its iPhone 17 lineup, including the first iPhone Air. So that's pretty cool. I got to read about that. But are you ready for a new one? You're ready for a whole new phone? Of course, it would have the new operating system in it. Yes, no, or no opinion. You know, some people love to get the latest and greatest right when the new iPhone comes out. A lot of people like to wait and just kind of let some of the bugs work themselves out. But let us know if you're going to go for the iPhone 17. Let me see if I can see when that's coming out. Let's see, everybody. Usually it's around Christmas, so you can purchase it. Let's see. That includes the iPhone Air. Oh, goodness, no. It's going to be in stores in 2 days, September 19th. So if you want it, you need to visit your nearest store to get your hands on it. Okay, if you want to take part in our question of the day or our poll about whether you're going to buy a new iPhone, you can do that until 5:30 this evening on WKRG.com and our WKRG Facebook page. So make sure you answer those questions and take part in the poll if you would like. And that is going to do it for me here on News 5 Now. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Devin Walsh. I'll see you back on TV for WKRG News 5 at 5 o'clock. Have a nice afternoon.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.